right, well, good morning. Welcome to Monday Morning Mindfulness, or Monday afternoon, depending on where you are. My name is Sheri. If we haven't met yet, I'm a registered yoga teacher living here in Lake Tahoe on the Nevada side. And I've been teaching yoga for a few years. I've been certified for 10 years. I just started getting more into yoga and meditation in the last couple of years. So the purpose of today's session is really to have a quiet sit or lay down, however you feel most comfortable, and really set the intentions for our week ahead. Today, we're also going to be focusing on a little bit of cooling, especially with all these record-breaking temperatures that are happening around the globe. So we'll be working on this as well. So as with any other exercise program, just be mindful about your body today. Do what you can, leave out what doesn't feel good in your body. We always start here with a guided meditation, a little bit of pranayama, breath work, and then we'll end with some mindful movement. So just be sure you have enough space around you. And we just got one more that's logged in here. Hey, welcome, Anna.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm going to go ahead and mute you. Thank you for joining. So with our meditation practice, if you are sitting up and you feel like you might be leaning back a little bit or your spine is curved, feel free to add a little pillow or a cushion underneath your seat. So I have this lovely meditation cushion that I always sit on when I'm doing my meditation, and that will help you sit up taller. The hands can rest palms down in your lap. We'll just take a few moments here to ground and center. So let's take a deep breath in through the nostrils. Bring the shoulders to the ears. Exhale, wide mouth, just sigh it out. Letting go of sleep, any stagnant energy. Good, another deep breath in. And audible breath out. Good, we'll do that 2 more times, moving with your pace of breath. Eyes soft or closed. And we'll resume our breath naturally through the nostrils. Notice the quality of breath this morning, not trying to change it or lengthen it. And just notice how it flows in and out of your body. Notice the physical body, especially for those of us who may have just woken up, noticing any tight spots throughout, maybe sending a deeper breath in that space. Exhaling to release and soften. Feel the breath dragging up and down the throat with every cycle. As we bring more intention to the breath, we'll start to lengthen through the nostrils, sitting up taller through the crown. Exhale through the nostrils, allow the shoulders, the jaw to relax. And grounding down through your seat. As I try to even out the inhales and exhales. Maybe adding in a count of 4 or 5. And also noticing that brief space between each breath. Slow down. And now I want you to bring your awareness to the mind. Any thoughts that might be running around in there? Or maybe it's quiet. Again, not trying to change the state of things, just noticing and observing. Now let's think about one thing or a situation that you would like to change your perspective on. Maybe it's an event that's coming up this week. Maybe it's a situation or a decision you're being faced with in your career or your personal life. Maybe it's a situation with another person. So start to really focus on this decision, situation, whatever you want to change your perspective on. Notice how it makes you feel, where in your body you might be feeling. And before we work on changing the perspective, we're going to work on a little bit of pranayama or breath work. You can keep your eyes soft or closed for this portion. So we're going to start with a sitari breath. So you'll have an option. You can either do our sitari breath or sitkari breath. There's two options here. So if you'd like, you can try the sitari breath. We're going to curl the tongue. And if you'd like to watch for a moment here, we're going to curl the tongue and inhale like you're inhaling through a straw, sipping through a straw. And you'll close the mouth, exhale through the nostrils. Again, curling the tongue, inhale. And close the mouth, exhale. Now, if that's not available to you, this curling of the tongue sometimes genetically is not available to some. You can try your sitkari breath. And this is through the teeth. So you're going to bring the teeth together, separate the lips as much as you can, and we'll inhale through the teeth, almost like a hissing sound. Closing the mouth, exhale through the nostrils. Using the full length of breath. Choosing one of these pranayama styles. And we'll go for about a minute with this pranayama. Both sitali and sitkari are cooling breaths. Feel the rib cage expand with every inhale and that cooling sensation around the mouth. And exhale to let go. On your own now. Go for 3 more cycles of breath. Exhale, empty out the lungs, squeeze the belly. And you can gently close the mouth, resume your breath through the nostrils, continuing a deep breath if you'd like. And then we'll place one hand upon the belly and the other hand upon the heart space. Really feel into your breath, into the palms. Notice how you are feeling after that pranayama practice. And then return to that situation or decision that you focused on earlier. Notice if through this pranayama already the perspective may have shifted slightly. Whether or not that has occurred for you, I'd like you to create a mantra or a short phrase, maybe even one word, to help you move towards a new perspective, a changed perspective with your particular situation or decision. A mantra can be something along the lines of, I am, ending the sentence however you'd like. I am strong, I am capable, I am resilient. So allow this to just naturally come to you. And repeat this a few times, really focusing on your heart space, on your solar plexus area. These areas of love, compassion, and also self-worth. Maybe you connect this mantra with every exhale. Or I am, or start the sentence on the inhale. Exhaling to end your phrase. Now from here, we'll release our palms back down to the lap. Release your mantra. You can always come back to it after your practice if you'd like to write it down. And gently blink the eyes open. Right, so hopefully you have some space around you. We're going to do a little bit of mindful movement. This is really great, especially in the morning, to get rid of any stagnant energy. So we're going to start in a child's pose. So I'm going to angle my camera down here a little bit. And then we'll start with knees wide, toes to touch. We're going to send the hips back and down towards the heels and walk the hands forward towards the top of your mat or space. And just allow your forehead to rest gently on the floor or the mat. Maybe finding some movement here, rocking the hips side to side. If you have any knee issues, you can place a rolled blanket or towel behind the knees, and this will help not flex so much. It won't deepen the flexion. Really focusing on opening up through the hips, the shoulders. Inhale, notice where you're feeling the breath now, through the side body, through the back. Exhale, feel the entire body settle into the earth a little bit more. And continue finding some slight movement here, or just settle into stillness. Maybe walk the fingertips up closer to the top of your mat, your space, away from the torso. And try to create a little softness behind your neck and the space behind your neck. And the space between the shoulder blades and the back body. We'll go for 5 more cycles of breath here. Again, keeping that nostril breathing. And try to soften the belly. 2 more breaths. Now with your next inhale, ride the breath up into a tabletop position, bringing the wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. If you have any wrist issues, you can always ball up the fists here and just place them down like so, or just palms down. And let's find some cat-cow movements as you inhale, bring the belly down, tilt the hips forward, look up towards the sky. Exhale, round the spine, press through the hands, chin to chest. And focusing on the shoulders as you inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades behind you. And exhale, separate the shoulders. Tilt the hips forward as you breathe in. Tailbone down as you breathe out. Flow with your breath now. Let's go for 4 more cycles of our cow to cat. And then waking up the entire spine, tailbone, all the way up through the neck. And even giving our internal organs a little massage. Good. Now from here, we're going to bring weight into the right hand. Inhale, lift the left arm up towards the sky, look up. Exhale, we're just going to sweep that hand behind the right. So just, we're not coming into full thread the needle. We're just going to place the palm behind. Inhale to open, look up. Exhale to sweep forward, gaze down at that grounded hand. Let's go for 3 more on this side. Inhale, lift, expand through the chest. Exhale to ground. There's a little bit of twisting action here. Just 2 more. Now let's take another deep breath and reach up towards the stars. Exhale, now we'll thread that needle all the way through. Let's ground that left shoulder onto the earth, left side of the head, the temple resting, and then we'll walk the right fingertips forward towards the top of your mat or your face. And then we'll just chill here for a moment. Eyes open or closed. Really feel that grounding through the entire left shoulder, all the way down through the hand. Option, if you have a bind in your practice, you can take that right hand, sweep it behind you, reaching for the opposite hip crease. Let's take 5 deep breaths here. Now, option, if you want to bring back that sitari or sitkari breath, you can do that here. So with every exhale, finding that cooling sensation. And we'll bring that right hand back down in front of the face as you press down. Inhale to unwind, reach up once more. And exhale, bring that hand back down. We'll do one round of cow to cat to reset. Inhale, arch the spine. Exhale to round. Coming back through center here. Weight onto that left hand. Inhale, reach that right arm up. Hold it for a moment. On an exhale, we're just going to gently sweep that hand behind the left, pausing. Inhale to reach up overhead. Exhale, just tap that palm on the floor. Good. Let's go for 5 more on your own, feeling that expansiveness through the heart space. Trying to take your time, not rushing here. Once you finish those 5, inhale, reach that arm back up and overhead. Deep breath in. Exhale, thread the needle all the way now. Right shoulder rests down, right temple. Left fingertips walk forward. And then just come into the same place you did on the other side. Noticing right away the difference from one side to the next. And also your perspective. If your eyes are open, you're looking obviously to the other side of the room or your space. Notice what you see. And then in your physical body, notice how you feel. Might be tighter or more open on one side. Our bodies are never fully symmetrical. Take 5 breaths here. Nostril breathing or cooling breath. Exhale, plant that left hand down in front of the face. Press down to inhale and unwind. Reach up strongly as you exhale. Bring your hand back down. So we're going to walk the hands forward a couple inches. I'm just going to adjust the camera here. We're going to come into a downward facing dog. So the wrists are a little forward of the shoulders. Point your fingers pointing directly forward. Hands are about shoulder width. We'll tuck the toes under. Lift the hips up towards the sky. And then right away, you can pedal out the heels. Maybe look side to side. You can bend the knees strongly, straighten, especially if you've just woken up. The hamstrings, the glutes are probably a little tight. So let's just work on opening them up a little bit here, back body. And this downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana, is an inversion. So we have these advanced inversions in yoga: headstand, handstand, forearm stand, shoulder stand, all these advanced poses, but we can still access inversions through these more simple foundational poses: down dog, standing forward fold, legs up the wall. So as you look back towards your heels, you'll notice the world is upside down. And sometimes by doing this, we can cultivate a little more clarity in whatever decision we're trying to make, perspective we're trying to shift. So you can continue to find movement here in your down dog. If you're finding stillness, knees are slightly bent, you're pressing the palms towards the top of your space. And as you do that, the heart is shooting back. So really nice deep shoulder opener here. Expansive through the heart space, the collarbones. Tailbone lifting up to the sky. One more deep breath in and out. We'll peek up towards the hands, baby steps, bringing the feet up towards the hands. And then again, we're going to find just a partial inversion here. Feet are about hip width distance. You can grab opposite elbows. Keep your knees generously but bent with the belly on the thighs. And just allow the head to hang heavy as you ragdoll side to side. No tension in the neck. And wake up the hamstrings, back body a little more by bending into one knee and the other. Maybe a gentle bouncing up and down. Notice where you feel the breath now. And just for a moment here, as we're in this inversion, our world is upside down. Come back to your mantra or that situation or decision point that you're facing. See how that feels now. How does it feel in your body? How does it feel in the mind? We'll take 2 more deep breaths here. You can continue to find movement or stillness and center. Inhale. Exhale, we'll bring the palms down towards the earth. And with your very next inhale, we'll roll up 1 vertebra at a time, arms hanging ragdoll. Coming all the way to standing. Chin is the last thing to lift. And then once you're looking forward, reach the arms out and overhead. Deep breath in. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll do that 1 more time. Deep breath in, cultivating all the good and positive energy here. Exhale, back to the heart. If you'd like, you can close the eyes here. We'll take 3 more deep breaths in, cooling or nasal. And feeling that earth beneath you, supporting you. Just reminding yourself that the earth is always there. Anytime you need to ground back down, always there to nourish you. And with that, we can release the palms down to the sides, blink the eyes open. All right, that concludes our mindfulness practice. Thank you so much for joining.